Living from cigarette to cigarette on a daily basis isn't the easiest thing in the world to do, since money is so limited and finances are untouchable. Someone put me in the East House program, and I get a risperidone shot once a month, and I have to take pills every day. I guess they're trying to entrain me to their way of life. Um, it's not exactly my way of life, but I never had really much of a way of life. I lived with my parents, and I lived on cigarettes and coffee. My mom always guaranteed me a meal, though. But after I moved out, I've, I've been living on cigarette to cigarette and going daily from cigarette to cigarette, getting ripped off when I should win the lottery. And it's not really winning the lottery when finances are in my favor, getting ripped off each time. It's like living on a fixed income where you can't prosper, where everybody's hawking and stocking. It's not the easiest thing in the world to do, but with the Lord on my side, if you will, I'm sure I'm going to make it through. But I wanted to make something out of my life. The city said they needed clergy, so I studied in seminary just in case, and I got ordained in 1985. And I constantly got intruded and exuded and put to put the pastor. People kept on robbing me and stealing and juxtapating me so that I couldn't prosper anything. I'm being hawked and stalked right here as I am. The stalker's like right above me on the next floor. It's been this way for a long time. It's hard to explain why I'm 58 years old and I still haven't got anything to show for it. And I'm from a working class style family. I worked my ass off most of my life until I became homeless. And it hasn't been prosperous for me. Living from cigarette to cigarette, knowing full well I'm going to get robbed and I'm going to get pillaged, I'm going to get frauded and I'm going to get juxtapated so I don't prosper anything. It's not easy being impoverished and living in impoverished, oppressive conditions. So that's what my life is today. Yesterday I got a risperidone shot, and the stalker came by and suggested that he had an item of mine, and that was his, that someone gave it to him. And that's always a famous line that they use when they steal things from me. But I paid hard cold cash for all my belongings that they stole. First time the major indent was the movies. I had comic book heroes brought to life, superheroes brought to life on video, and they stole up my whole collection. I started collecting cars, they started stealing those things too. Every time I started doing anything, they would pillage me. They'll juxtapate and then pillage me. I've always been in a congregate level consideration, so therefore there's no way to trace or track anything because there's always a number of people around me that juxtapate me. It's ideal for a hoodlum. Someone who likes to live off other people's wealth. But anyways, I try to manage to get by. It's not easy when you ain't got anybody. The East houses, that's just a front. All these things are just fronts. I'm all alone. I want to depend on people, but at the same time, I can't. I can't rely on anyone. I can't trust anybody because everybody has stabbed me in the back a few times already. Kind of like backed up against the wall. No alternative. And then they disable me even further by giving me repertoire of shots of risperidone, which is known to bring out secondary female characteristics. They told me at the shelter, well, when I go to a female shelter, they're already calling me a female. In other words, they're forcing me to go through transition from a male to a female. And the poverty is just making it all that much easier for them to do that. And because they limit my prosperity and my way of life, it makes it that much easier for transition to take place. And I really didn't confabulate the idea of becoming a woman. I chose to be a man so that I can make children with women, not to become a woman. But I got kind of ripped off along the way, so that couldn't be possible. Between the racial hatred and discrimination and systematic racism that exists, I didn't have a chance. Even though I had a mega amount of support coming up, that was only for survival. I survived and never got anywhere in life because I never got a chance. I couldn't make anything out of my life because I didn't have a chance.